Yes. Shout out grandmas. Grandmas have a gnarly endurance about them, don't they?
You know, the rest of the year they can't lift a jug of milk, but it's because they're storing that energy for Thanksgiving.
It's exactly right.
They dig deep and lift a 20-pound turkey into the oven. Vigorously whip the mashed potatoes on the stove. Yeah.
And just like they don't even complain either. No. They're just like, their back feels like it's about to slide off their spine.
Yeah.
And they're still just like doing it, not even complaining once.
Lights, camera, action.
UPS, you piece of shit.
I was like, you know what I want to do one day? I want to join a gang.
We're in 2022. Upgrade the cameras. We can see Saturn and shit, but like I can't get a clear picture of someone robbing the gas station.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
Also, this episode marks our 50th.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was looking at it.
Huh? That's what's kind of crazy to me, even though that's a huge, but it feels like more.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, 50 whole episodes, that's 2 more, and that's 1 for every week of the year.
Wow.
So we're doing pretty good.
We did great this year.
Yeah. I'm proud.
I am so proud.
So happy 50th episode.
Happy 50th episode.
That's super exciting.
That's a huge hallmark.
A little foreshadowing.
A little foreshadow.
And welcome back, all of you. Thank you again for joining us here on Redband Podcast. Be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because this month going to be holiday Christmas stuff themed.
Yes.
We have some pretty fun stuff.
Yes.
I think planned. So be sure to subscribe, bell notifications so you know when the episode comes out, and run, don't walk, to go watch it and give it the views and the love. And thank you for the love. This past year, we were just talking about our Spotify Wrapped a little bit, and really pleasantly surprised by the numbers.
Yeah, that's one of those things that really puts it into perspective when you're like, oh, like I have a Spotify Wrapped and like I'm also on someone else's.
Yeah, that's
exciting.
That's a very cool thing.
That's a good time.
Yeah. It's weird though. It is a weird feeling though.
It's very weird.
Yeah, to think that someone listened to us enough throughout the year that we were on their deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like to think it is someone who loves podcasts, who listens to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm that person. I don't even know. I don't know if I made it. I don't know if we made it on my top 5.
I think we were number 2 on my podcast list.
I'm going to look.
Yeah, look it up. Because, I mean, number 2, not bad for my own podcast.
Right. For listening to your own self.
I think that's okay. I think it could be considered pretentious or self-absorbed if my own podcast was my most listened to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what is do you struggle to listen to yourself? I mean, especially being the person who edits everything.
Yeah, it is hard because by the time it comes out, I've heard it at least 3 times.
Right.
So it's usually something I'll put on if I'm driving, if I have a lot of driving that day, or I will just put it on in the background while I do whatever.
Right. Absolutely. And me too. Okay. We're 4 on mine.
Okay. We just made it in there.
Yeah. I did not listen to that much Joe Rogan. That's bullshit. Come on. I only listen to the essentials.
Yeah.
Like when Kanye's on.
Isn't it kind of eye-opening sometimes?
Yeah.
The Spotify Wrapped, you're like, I did not.
There's no way.
I'm in the top 0.5% of Elvis Presley listeners.
Really?
Do you understand? The top 0.5%. I'm almost Elvis.
In a year where an Elvis movie was released?
That's probably why.
But the fact, because that, to me, that's more people are going to listen to Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Which means there's more competition.
That's true.
So wow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more than his own family probably listens to him.
I think I'm in the top 0.5 of Suicide Boys listeners.
Okay.
Which is odd to me as well. They were my number 1 artist of the whole year.
Damn.
Which, honestly, I'm not going to lie. The Wrapped always throws me off because I'm kind of like, really? Like, I know I listen to that a lot, but did I listen to it that much?
Yeah.
I guess I did.
I guess I was like over 2,000 minutes of Elvis.
Wow.
And I feel like that's honestly just marking from June because I really started listening to him more as the movie was coming out. So that's a short It's like, that's a lot.
You got obsessed for a little while.
He was my top artist this year, obviously. Of course, Frank, Mr. Sinatra made it on there. He's made it on there the past, I don't even know, 3 or 4 years consecutively.
You're a classy son of a gun.
And well, I try to be. And Mac Miller, too, was number 2. Mac and Frank are like always on there.
Mac and Frankie.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that kind of really just encompasses my listening range.
Yes.
Mac Miller 1 minute, Frank Sinatra another, everything in between, outside.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's Estevan.
That's me.
That's Estevan.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
I went on a trip.
In your favorite rocket ship?
Yeah, in my favorite rocket ship, because I'm a rocket man.
Oh, this might be the first time Elton John hasn't been in my top 5.
Oh, you usually got an Elton John in there?
I usually do, yeah.
That's a good Yellow Brick Road.
Oh.
Come on.
Amazing.
Tiny Dancer?
Classic.
Tiny Dancer is always in my Wrapped playlist.
Yeah.
You know the playlist? Mm-hmm. Tiny Dancer is always in there.
Same. I think it might have been one of my top songs actually last Wrapped.
I love that.
I think so.
Yeah, that one doesn't get old.
No.
Doesn't get old. Yeah, we went to Dallas to visit my mother, a frequent listener, potential other top 5er.
Okay.
Unless she does. I don't know if she uses Spotify. Yeah, she does.
She does? Okay.
So she's probably another top 5er for sure. Shout out to mom.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
It was just me, my mom, and Ashley. Thanksgiving. Chill.
Yeah.
Dallas, Texas. Cloudy, moody, rainy vibes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I love the cloudy, moody, rainy vibes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We did just us 3. We ate we brought red chili to make for the mashed taters.
Mm-hmm. Imported
red chili. You have to.
You have to. Yep.
I mean, it would have been a disgrace if I had not.
You wouldn't have had a seat at the table, I think.
I think my mom would have locked her door on me and sent me back to get it.
Yeah, right.
To go drive back to the border of New Mexico and Texas, not the Mexican border. No, it was cool, man. We chilled. We watched a lot of movies all together. We went and saw Bones and All.
I have not seen that.
Dude.
Good?
It's a trip.
Is it? Okay.
I liked it, though.
All right.
I have fun with it.
Oh, that reminds me, I don't want to derail too much, but I did finally get around to seeing Barbarian and Smile.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, we might have to do an episode just those two.
We might have to, because they're good, right?
Because they were different.
There's something else.
Yeah. But anyway.
Isn't that fun? No, it's just thinking about it again. I'm just like, that's a good time, those two.
And it is.
Yeah.
But because I haven't seen horror movies. I'm not a huge horror movie guy in general, but I haven't seen any really like that.
Yeah. And
especially Barbarian.
I am the big horror guy.
Yeah.
And that's, while we were out there, we rented Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
We rented Men.
I want to see that one too. Yeah.
That one's motherfucking weird. Just prepare yourself if you watch Men.
Okay.
There's no way I could prepare you for a scene in that movie. There's no way nothing could prepare anybody for that.
Yeah.
And then we rewatched Hereditary.
Okay.
Because I'm a sick bastard. And I like to torture my mom and my girlfriend.
Yeah. Had they not seen it?
No, they both have seen it.
Okay.
But it's just like, I don't know. I think they wanted to watch it again because my mom was just like, I think I need to see it again to catch, because I was trying to explain some stuff. She had some questions.
Okay, yeah.
And I said, well, there's some scenes, some critical moments. And she's like, I don't even remember that. She's like, I think we should watch it again. Yeah. And then I think Ashley wanted to rewatch it again just to so she could be like, you know what? It's just a movie. Because I think the first time she watched it, she was like, did this just happen to me? This is terrifying, And so we did that. We went to some great little shops. Let me show you my new digs.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Let's see that.
Soultopia.
Ooh, I like this. Now this feels high quality,
right? That
feels authentic.
Yes.
It's got weight. It's good. I like the skulls too. That's definitely my aesthetic right there.
So at Soultopia in Dallas, great store. Bracelets are one of their specialties. Okay. And they have a lot of them, but they do have a section that's based on celebrities or famous people.
Oh, cool.
This is a Marie Laveau
Marie
Voodoo
Laveau.
Queen from New Orleans.
Oh.
You watch American Horror Story?
I haven't.
Okay. The season of Coven about the witches, it takes place in New Orleans, and Angela Bassett plays Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what this bad boy is about.
I like that. That's a cool idea.
Dude, it's a good spot. Shout out Soultopia in Dallas. And so that was really it, man. You know, really just getting around to those stores, going to check those spiritual stores out.
Yeah.
Watching movies, relaxing. You know, happy to be back and happy to get back on track. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was really chill. It was nice.
Yeah.
You know, I put out a poll on Thanksgiving from Redband. Yeah, and just asking about the top sides that everybody likes. Mashed potatoes, of course, won.
Of course.
That was number one.
Come on.
And rightfully so.
Right.
Number two was stuffing. And then I think green bean casserole and sweet potatoes were tied.
Okay.
Only 2 people in each category voted for that one.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, the food, obviously, is what you go for. I made, you know, my particular eating that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So I made everything my own way.
Yes.
I can eat potatoes, so mashed potatoes were still mashed potatoes. And I did that with red chili instead of a gravy. Homemade. And everything was homemade, by the way. I made a stuffing and I made the bread homemade for the stuffing. I cooked the night before for probably like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh my God.
All food for myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Made
You're
a pumpkin
savage.
pie, made a sweet potato casserole, the green bean casserole. I made the stuffing mashed potatoes. What else did I do? Red chili. I made cranberry sauce.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I was like I felt like my grandmother.
Yeah.
And my mom said this. She was like, okay, imagine this. This is what your grandmother would do for like 15 or 20 of us every year.
Yeah.
And I was there just doing it for myself. And I was like, this is too much.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So shout out grandmas all over.
Yes. Shout out grandmas. Grandmas have a gnarly endurance about them, don't they?
You know, the rest of the year, they can't lift a jug of milk, but it's because they're storing that energy for Thanksgiving.
It's exactly right.
They dig deep and lift a 20-pound turkey into the oven. Vigorously whip the mashed potatoes on the stove. Yeah.
And just like they don't even complain either.
No.
They're just like, their back feels like it's about to slide off their spine.
Yeah.
And they're still just like doing it, not even complaining once. The kids, they're complaining that, I don't know, that the kids are crying about things and someone broke their toy and grandma's sitting there, she's sitting there strong.
Yes.
And that's shout out to grandmas, man.
Like a rock.
Like a damn
It's
rock.
the thought of her grandkids walking in and being hungry is what pushes her and drives her to the finish line. Yeah. Oh my
we love
God.
a good grandma.
Yeah.
The spirit of your grandmother living on.
Living on. Yep. Absolutely. And my mom was making her mom's, my grandmother's, pumpkin pie recipe in honor, this
Absolutely.
year. Trying to recall from memory from the last time that she was taught it from her. So I think she was like really missing her mom in that moment. She was like, I wish you were here to help me with this because, this is rough. But it was good. Surrounded by family. Had some family come into town too. So got to visit with them.
Love it.
Really good stuff. Good
Absolutely.
time. Yeah.
Nothing like Thanksgiving, man. And that's what's crazy is I can't believe it came and it's gone.
Doesn't feel like it should have happened yet.
No.
At all.
It feels like I'm still about a month away from a Thanksgiving.
Right? Like I knew it was on the calendar. I knew it was coming. I'm cooking the night before for 5 hours for it. And yet the day of, I'm like, it's not here yet. It doesn't seem like.
Time isn't real right now.
No, it's not.
I don't think it exists.
It's elusive. It's ever changing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. And now the same thing's happening with Christmas. Yep. I know it's coming. I'm doing all the shopping. The songs are on the radio, but it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be here yet.
Could it be global warming too?
Who knows? Climate change, global warming. I mean, whatever, we got something in the air.
The fact that during the Twinkle Light Parade in Albuquerque this year, it was raining like it was fucking Seattle.
Oh, really?
Like it could have been the other day when it was raining a bunch. That day.
I was going to say, was that on Saturday? 'Cause
yes.
that shit was...
And it was like, if that was snow, different story.
Yeah.
Different story. It would have been a magical moment. But it was like Seattle rain.
Dude, it rained for like 8 hours straight.
Insanity.
The most consistent rainfall I've ever seen.
Bonkers. Yeah. And then fucking fog the other
That's
morning.
right. Yeah, the other morning, thick. We
Like
never
the damn
really
mist.
get fog here in the city.
Never.
Hardly ever. And yeah, I was driving through it.
Like a Stephen King novel.
Exactly.
Just brutal.
Very cinematic.
It was.
But yeah.
It was sexy in that way.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Absolutely.
We like that.
And I mean, 'tis the season, right? Because
yes,
whether we felt it or not, Thanksgiving came, Thanksgiving went, and now we are on to the Christmas Yuletide spirit. And with that, of course, comes Christmas movies.
Christmas motherfucking movies.
But not always the good kind.
No. In fact, there may only be one good one coming out this year.
And we're gonna try to see it.
We're
Violent
hoping.
Night.
We are. We're looking for a Saturday showing.
Yes, we are.
Damn right.
I'm hoping that one's at least fun.
At least.
Yeah.
God bless.
We'll see. I got high hopes. I mean, at least I know. I'm sure David Hopper from Stranger Things will do good.
Stranger Things is what he really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he could have been Hellboy, but that flopped.
I've never seen any Hellboy.
Nah.
I'm not gonna. I didn't feel like starting then.
He ain't missing anything.
Okay, that's good. But when did we do earlier this year? Sometime we kind of did a little.
We didn't do it around Christmas time, right? No. Like we just
No, we did Guess That Movie Hallmark edition.
Yeah.
It wasn't Hallmark Christmas. It was just Hallmark in general.
I'd like to find out. I'd like to really find out when that was.
Go take a look. We might have done it in the summer. I want to say we did like a spring or summer themed kind of deal.
It just says 6 months ago, May.
Okay,
May.
Yeah, so
we did that in May.
We did like Hallmark.
We weren't even on video.
Yeah, we didn't.
We guessed that Hallmark we were, but
yeah, our regular episodes weren't on video.
They weren't on video yet.
Look at that!
Wow,
nice. So we've come a long way since then.
We have
a little step up.
Yeah,
and then we had talked about. I want to say that was also it was this year. We talked about Santa Jaws.
Yeah,
and a grandpa for Christmas, right? We had talked briefly about
best.
So, I mean, no better time than to dive into those wonderful, wonderful movies again, because they're popping up everywhere now, new ones.
Yeah.
I saw an article that in 2022, there's like 170 plus new Christmas movies coming to all the different platforms.
New ones, too.
And the article was how to watch all 170 something this holiday season.
No.
And I the article is very short, I'm sure. I didn't read it, but it probably says quit your job.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So I went through. I figured we could kind of do a little bit of what we did in May.
Perfect.
Right now, I went through and I screenshotted some. I haven't looked at the overview of what they're about. So I'm gonna pull them up, and we're just gonna try and guess what these holiday movies will be about. Now, again, this is not Hallmark specific.
Oh yeah, okay.
Some of these are on Hulu and other platforms as well.
Well, it like doesn't matter because like honestly, most of these other platforms are making Hallmark quality movie. Just because it has Bill Hader and Anna Kendrick in it doesn't mean it doesn't still suck dick.
Right.
And I love Bill Hader and I love Anna Kendrick.
Oh, me too.
But they didn't they make a Christmas movie on
Disney
Hers
is
Plus?
Noel something.
Yeah. No.
But I don't know about the Bill Hader one.
I thought they were in that one together, but maybe not.
Well, maybe.
Either or.
I know Lindsay Lohan is in one now.
Oh yeah, doesn't she get like amnesia?
Something. Surprisingly, I think I heard or read that it's kind of good.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I'll watch it.
I'll give it a look-see.
I probably won't, but I'll say I will.
Yeah, and then we also have all the drama going on with Candace Cameron Bure.
Which one's
she played DJ on Full House.
Okay.
And she's like a Hallmark regular.
Oh, yeah.
She's always making movies with them. And right now, I guess there's some drama between her and JoJo Siwa. And Candace is saying a lot of stuff. And she might be kind of being axed from Hallmark now.
Speaking of controversies, not to go off track again.
Yeah.
I watched Don't Worry, Darling. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I gotta tell you that, though. I had to tell you that. I forgot to tell you that.
Good.
Oh, my God.
We could talk about that, too.
It's not
at some
the worst.
Point. Okay, so the first one up. Finally, one that's not from Hallmark.
Right.
This is the Roku channel.
Ooh.
Don't know too much about the Roku channel.
Me neither.
But they said, instead of trying to come up with some kind of clever Christmas title, we're not going to do that. We're just going to make a movie and we're going to call it Another Christmas. And that's what this is called. Another Christmas.
Bold.
Yeah.
Bold choice. I'm actually like, wow. It almost feels satirical.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Wow.
Okay,
it's probably not, but
I'll tell you what I hope it is.
Right.
Rather than what I think it is.
Yeah.
I hope that this is kind of like that movie, what's the name of it, with Rebel Wilson. And it like makes fun of romantic comedies.
Yes.
Where she's living in a romantic comedy and it plays on all the cliches on purpose.
Yes.
I hope this is that for a Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
That's what I hope.
I like it.
As far as the story, I don't know, maybe they all look like either friends, maybe getting together for the holidays, or a family.
Yeah.
They're all related some way and they're getting together, and then the movie just starts playing out like a typical Christmas movie and they're aware of it.
Sure.
That's my guess. That's my hope.
They're like, this is the part where you slip on ice.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And so, but it's like, it's so self-aware, like it's art. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on that once again. I like to think that this movie will attack the capitalistic Christmas enterprise, and it'll be so deeply satirical. It'll be like Dr. Strangelove by Stanley Kubrick, but for
but for Christmas movies.
for Christmas movies. And there you have it, man. There you have it.
Well, let's see then. Kelly Brooks is an elementary school teacher who gave up on love until her childhood friend, Andrew, a professional baseball player, returns home and invites Kelly to spend Christmas with his family. Although reluctant to attend a Christmas party after remembering how things ended with Andrew, she soon realizes she still has feelings for him. I'm bored.
Dude.
Again, the picture, no indication that that's what this was going to be about.
No.
In fact, this looks like a screen grab from maybe like an Alexa commercial or something. An Amazon Echo.
That's fucking
Kelly
hilarious.
Brooks. She's the main character. I don't see anyone here that looks like a Kelly Brooks.
Not a single Kelly Brooks in sight.
That's all dudes.
That's all dudes. It looks like it's going to be like a bro Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like frat brothers getting back together. You know, they all have families, but they're like, hey, like we can still do cocaine.
It's like Adam Sandler's Grown Ups, but Christmas.
Right. Yeah, that's wild. I think that's where I'm realizing, okay, yeah, I'm starting to forget the major elements of these movies. Like single mothers and love and like crushes and shit like that. You know, the stuff that the sheep like.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that, because speaking of sheep, I'll do one more. This one's called Christmas on the Farm.
Oh.
And there you go.
There you
got
go.
your typical Kohl's ad looking.
That's Kohl's.
Stars of the movie.
Yeah, that's definitely Kohl's.
Sitting in the bed of a truck, cowboy booted up.
Right.
There's some greenery in the background. There's no snow. There's actually no indication that this is even winter.
Right.
So they must be in some place where it doesn't really snow or anything like that. Christmas on the Farm. All right.
Christmas on the Farm.
I'm going to say recently single father.
Yeah.
Taking care of his son on their X amount of acres plot of land.
Okay.
Newcomer, let's call her Susie or Susan, moves to town. She's more of a city dweller.
Right.
And then, she meets the single father guy, and they hit it off, and he opens her up to a world of wilderness and farming. And then she, I think, let's throw another element in there.
Yeah.
She doesn't like kids.
Right.
And he's got a kid.
Yes.
So initially she's like, kind of a big no, but I really like him, but the kid. And then, it's Christmas, holidays, you got all that stuff. And then she warms up to him and the dad. And then there's going to be some kind of conflict in there. Maybe the ex-wife tries to come back.
She's like, I've changed my mind. Mm-hmm. That's what she says.
Yeah. Or she sees, Susie, newcomer girl, bonding with the child and comes in and doesn't like this. Causes a big heated conflict. Susie's like, you know what? This is more than I signed up for. I'm gonna just head back to the city.
Right.
And then the guy shows up in her big city town in his small town truck, and in the bed of it is the kid with a bale of hay or some shit like that, and holds a boombox outside her office window.
Yep.
And they're happily ever after.
I love it.
Boom. Christmas on a farm.
I like to think that the conflict is that mom does some digging and finds out that Susie has an OnlyFans.
Oh.
And she's like, I won't let my daughter around this skank.
Yeah.
Okay. So a single mother moves to town with her daughter.
All right, flipping the script.
I wish I remembered everything you said so that I could do it word for verbatim, but I was too entrenched in having a good time. Single mother moves in with daughter. Mm-hmm. Man comes along, big city.
Yeah.
City slicker.
Yeah.
City slacker.
Yeah.
Okay. On the farm.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the farm. And one day a horse gets out.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's, there's a fight. There's a fight between Susie, my Susie.
Yeah.
And Brett.
Brett. Yeah. I like that, man. He looks like
Brett.
a Brett. Ugh.
Susie and Brett,
Ugh. No offense if your name's Brett.
And the little girl is unaccounted for. She thinks, I'm gonna ride a horse.
Okay.
Because and Susie and Brett are fighting, and then she accidentally gets out, and the horse is going.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, where's Claire? Where's Suzette?
Suzette.
That's the little girl's name.
Yeah.
They go, where's Suzette? And they see her fucking flying across the field on the back of a horse, and they go, oh my God.
Yeah.
And they save her, and they go, we gotta cut it out.
Yeah.
Because if we don't cut this out, the little girl is gonna she's probably one of these farm animals is gonna kill her.
Yeah.
And that's what brings them to, and it's Christmas.
And that's probably how they wrote this.
And that's hopefully
they probably wrote it and then said, oh yeah, and it's Christmas. I like it. Okay, Christmas on the Farm is about a New York socialite
there you go,
who fakes her identity to get her book published, has to rush back to her deceased mother's farm.
Damn.
When the publisher and her son come to visit their Australian author. Never would have guessed. That's on Hulu, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, New York socialite who faked her identity to get her book published. So she's faking that she's Australian.
Yeah.
To get this book published. She has to run back to her deceased mother's farm when the publisher and her son come to visit their Australian author.
Oh, so I get it. She's been lying the whole time.
Yeah.
So she's a horrible person.
And her mother dies. She has to go to the farm because of that. And then the publishers are like, you know what? We need to come meet you.
Yeah.
And now she's like, oh, damn, I have to put on this facade.
There it is.
In front of them.
Perfect.
All right. Christmas on a farm. I mean, the farm element I thought would be a little bit stronger.
Yes.
I honestly don't hate that idea either. Like faking that you're an Australian author and then all this time. It's kind of like a little Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
Could be happening here.
Right. Australian. That's odd.
That is odd.
That's a very specific. You could have just faked that you were from Vermont.
Yeah, I mean, is there an appeal to being an author from Australia that she was like, this will get me a book published faster than any other demographic? I don't know.
Potentially.
I don't know much about the book writing world, so
I don't know much about the Australians.
same.
Yeah.
Well,
That was fun.
that was cool.
That got me back. Okay, maybe I am in the Christmas spirit now.
Maybe yeah.
That's what'll do it. If I start bashing Hallmark movies, I mean, all of a sudden I'm here.
You're in it.
I'm in it.
In the thick of the snow. Did you find any at all that were of
well,
interest?
my good friend, I did pull up the Google. This is what I want to do with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to look at Countdown to Christmas.
Love that.
2022 preview. So it's funny. I'm looking at the countdown. I'm seeing some of the ones we talked about, but Lights, Camera, Christmas.
Ooh,
Lights, Camera, Christmas.
I like that.
I love it. Oh wait, I can't see what it's about. Okay. Lights, Camera, Christmas. Okay, so this one is about you know those movies where they're like it's like commentary about Hollywood, but it's like a movie and it always wins an Oscar because Hollywood loves jerking itself off.
Yeah.
This is that, but Hallmark Christmas.
Okay.
Actually, this is a meta Hallmark Christmas movie about making a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Oh,
fucking A.
that's a genius. And you know what's so saddening is I know it's not that. I know it's not that. And I want to see that now so bad. Oh man. Damn it.
That's the worst part, is that it's not about that.
Damn you.
I curse you, God. What do you got?
I'm going to say it was a formerly big-time director who had a couple movies flop in a row.
Right.
And who is now just kind of, in their words, washed up.
Yeah.
And kind of maybe lives on the outskirts of Hollywood or whatever.
Yeah.
Decides, or is getting another chance. They're like, we're going to give you a chance to direct this thing. Mm-hmm. And it takes place where? In his original hometown.
Wow.
So now this director goes to their hometown,
Yep.
gives it their all, makes this amazing Christmas movie, and puts themselves back on the map.
Right.
That's my guess.
You know what I'm mad about?
What?
That it's not going to be that either. Okay.
All right.
Oh. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Well.
Okay.
Okay, when a holiday rom-com movie shooting in her town needs a costume designer, Carrie, a local shop owner, steps into the role. While working on the movie, she rediscovers her passion for costume design and finds herself falling for Brad, the film's famous leading man. So it's like...
They almost said, what's the most boring approach we could take to this? We said, what's the most exciting?
Right.
They said, I like that, but let's go boring.
Let's go completely boring. Mm-hmm. So I forgot to show you the picture as well of the target.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, generic. That looks like it could be from an AT&T commercial.
It could be. It could be. Ooh, this is fun. This doesn't even have Christmas in the title.
Ah.
The Royal Nanny.
The Royal Nanny.
This one already came out too. When are the ones that come out now? All right, anyways.
The Royal Nanny. And that's a Christmas movie?
That's a Christmas movie.
All right, well, this takes place... you know what it is? I'm going to say it is a nanny who used to be a nanny for a royal family.
Sure.
And maybe she got let go.
Yeah.
She got fired from the royal family, displaced, or maybe left on her own terms. And now she goes to this small town to try to pick up the pieces of her life. She's never lived in a non-royal setting, so going to the small town is very jarring for her.
Yeah.
She's trying to adjust to that life. Gets, a job working at, I don't know, Hallmark, a coffee shop, maybe, a barista. But then she is like, I really miss working with families.
Sure.
So she gets another nanny job for this family in Hallmark Town. and her ways of nannying aren't cutting it for the American way.
Right.
They're not working on this American family in this small town. And so it's a little bit of give and take. They both teach each other about how to behave a little bit better or something like that.
Manners.
Yeah. Perfect. And then she becomes a part of their family, a permanent staple. And she ends up in the family Christmas card.
There you go.
Boom.
And that's the last scene.
Yeah. The snapshot.
Yeah.
Like the movie Stepmom.
By the way, here's the picture. Which I should have shown you because there's probably going to be love. But anyways.
It's probably going to be the reverse of what I said now that I looked at the picture.
Right. Because he's probably the one.
Yeah,
Do you think he's the one?
I'm saying she's small town.
Right.
Gets a job in like London, England, being a nanny for a royal family. And she's got the typical thing like, oh, which fork do I use?
Right.
Dips her fingers in the water and, or drinks the water when she's supposed to wash her hands in it, that kind of stuff.
I may not hate that trope.
Yeah, it works for a reason, right?
Yeah, maybe it's because it's relatable.
Yeah, right.
It's perfect. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go, sweet gal.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet gal. She gets a job nannying for a royal family. Yes.
Yeah.
A family of royalty. Now, she doesn't know where she comes from. You see where I'm going?
I see where you're going.
She doesn't know where she comes from. She was in an orphanage.
Oh, yes.
Okay. She was in the system.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She had case managers, CYFD, okay, foster home.
Yeah.
Okay. The 9.
Mm-hmm.
She tried PCP at 14.
Yep.
That's what happens when young kids are at risk.
For sure.
But she manages to pull herself out. She becomes a nanny.
Nice.
But she doesn't know. She's like Rey, in Star Wars.
Yeah. At first, I don't know why when you said Ray, I was thinking Ray Charles. I just saw the cover of Ray with
she could be like Ray too, Charles.
Yeah, maybe. She's
like
gifted
Ray
at
Charles.
playing the piano and singing.
Lo and behold, she's royalty herself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love it.
And then the last scene. Now, that's an issue because also like Star Wars, she kisses her brother at some point. And that's a problem. Yeah,
and that's what you don't typically get with a Hallmark movie.
And they just gloss over that. They don't really. Same as Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm mad once again because I know it won't be that.
I know. Which actually is not bad. Isn't that what's the Anne Hathaway movie?
Yeah, Princess Bride.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
That's kind of what that is, right?
Yeah.
I think so. What? This is actually better, I think.
Is it?
It might be better.
All right, finally.
I'm shook.
Let's hear it.
Claire is an M15 agent who goes undercover as a royal nanny.
Whoa.
That's a whole different deal.
Hallmark, A+ on really going for something new.
Yeah, this is okay.
All right.
She must overcome the challenges of her assignment, like resisting the charms of Prince Colin while keeping the family safe at Christmas.
Wow.
I mean, if it,
that is probably the first time I've said I'd be down to watch that.
Yes.
For a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I want to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
It's the political implications are so odd.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is she trying to take down a regime?
Yeah.
Like, and then how did she get, that's really close to get.
Yeah, right?
And then she's like, she needs to assassinate this guy and she falls in love with him.
Amazing.
I love it so much.
Okay, we're going to have to
this is good.
Bookmark that one. Well, in keeping on theme, I really wanted to talk about this thing I heard about recently.
Yes.
Now, when I say this out loud,
sure,
pump the brakes for a second.
Pump them.
Because what I'm about to say has several meanings. 99% of them are sexual.
Yeah.
And there's only 1% of what I'm actually trying to talk about, which is this term called snowglobing. You heard about this?
I've heard about the sexual parts.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I have not. I have not heard about snowglobing whatsoever. But I do know now that I should not Google that in and of itself.
Yeah, careful.
Be careful. Tread lightly.
Tread lightly. So I only heard about this the other day on the radio as a cautionary tale for the holiday season.
Right.
But the term that I'm talking about, snowglobing, is a dating trend during the holiday season when a person engages in loving acts and appears to become more serious with their partner. And then all of a sudden the holidays pass, the fog clears, and that person's gone.
Right.
Like the ghost of Christmas.
Right.
So that's snowglobing. Basically, I mean, it's like cuffing season. It's all warm and fuzzy. Everybody's doing couple things during the holidays. So this is kind of like either getting involved with an ex again or just going really fast through the stages of dating with a new person. And you're introducing them to your family and then you're doing all that stuff. And then the holidays are over and you're like, all right.
Right.
I'm done.
And you don't even know you're doing this, and your family's watching you, and they're like, again with this?
Yeah. Every holiday season.
They're like, this person has a problem. They have intimacy issues. And that makes sense to me. But yeah, you know, and then as it's also seen, like, you know, this, and then the sun comes out, right? The time goes forward. The sun doesn't go down till 8 o'clock again, 9 o'clock. And you want to have your hot girl summer or your hot boy summer.
Exactly.
You want to be a sinful, dirty, flesh-obsessed person.
And yeah, as the snow melts, so does their desire to be with you. It just dissipates away.
Yes, as the snow melts, the hoe belts?
Maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, well, yeah.
We tried.
So snow globing. Have you ever been snow globed?
So no, but I remember when I was early in my sobriety, with my ex, I was getting, you know, moving towards dating and being in a relationship with my ex. And I remember, because it's not suggested to be in a relationship in your first year of sobriety.
Oh, okay.
And my sponsor straight up told me, he says, from where I'm standing, it sounds like you just want someone to cuddle with now that it's getting cold outside. Was he wrong?
Probably not.
Probably not. Did it last through the holidays? Yes. But was the relationship originally predicated on the holidays and potentially early sobriety addiction issues still? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So have I ever been snow globed? No. Have I snow globed? Possibly.
Potentially.
Without even knowing it.
Unintentionally.
And
to me, it sounds like, for the most part, people who snow globe, it's somewhat unintentional.
Right.
I don't think a lot of people set out with the intention of, it's the holidays, time to go rip someone's heart out.
Sure.
Time to go lead somebody on.
Sure.
I think there's just something about this season. People want to feel warm and fuzzy, and it's the season of giving, right?
Sure.
People are typically a little more generous and giving and forgiving and loving during this time of year.
Right.
So they're like, you know what? I'll give that person another chance, or I'll give this person a chance the first time.
Yeah.
And then, or there is an intention behind it in that you just don't want to hear your family asking you a bunch of questions about your love life. So you're like, I need to find someone so I can bring them home for the holidays and not have to hear about it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Have you been snow globed?
No, and I have never snow globed.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really do think it plays to, you know, it's just, as human beings, we just want connection.
Yeah. That's it at the core.
These holidays are associated with a deep connection. These holidays are very monogamous, very family oriented, you know, marriages and, you know, your uncle and your aunt cozying up next to each other with a hot cocoa. And hey, an uncle, he has a little bourbon in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you know.
You can smell it.
You know, and he knows. And that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
And you're going, I want to be more like him than like the living in my basement guy that I am. You know, and that's the main time. And then when the summer hits, you're just like, I just want to play Call of Duty and jerk off.
Yeah.
But like as the holidays are coming around, you're going like, wait, I'm like self-reflecting now. And like maybe, just maybe, I should pay someone to pretend to be my girlfriend.
Had I played a little less Call of Duty in the summer, I might have someone to hold hands with when it's cold.
Absolutely.
And you see all the couples doing their like couple stuff, like going to River of Lights. They're baking cookies. They're putting whipped cream on each other's noses when they make hot chocolate. You know how it is. I
can't wait to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got me one. I got me one, and it's not just the winter time.
I spent many a winter cold and open-handed.
Yeah.
So I will fully enjoy now that I don't have to do that.
Totally. I spent many a winter hiding my drug addiction from my family.
Yeah.
It's much nicer to be in love with someone and proudly bring them around my family these days. So
absolutely. So if you're worried that you are being snow globed this holiday season, not the sexual way.
Yep.
Here's some signs
Ooh.
that someone might be snow globing you.
I'm excited.
So, an increase in desire for connection, specifically during the holiday.
Sure.
So again, that person sliding into your DMs, all of a sudden they want to connect. Well, you want to go out for a coffee? You want to, and you haven't heard from them the rest of the year?
Right.
All right. That's number one.
And I would say this, that I think traditionally they call that love bombing.
Yep.
It's a narcissistic trait that people will use to manipulate you into loving them.
Damn.
So this is like a Lifetime movie with like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just around Christmas, but like someone is like literally like performing like witchcraft on you.
Yeah.
To get you to want them just so they can like disappoint you.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Sign number 2, being pushy about meeting someone's family during the holiday season, especially if the person mentioned in the past that they were not ready to meet each other's families.
Ooh.
So that's a good one. That sounds more like if you've already dated the person and they're like, nah, I don't really want to meet families yet. And then all of a sudden the holidays come around and they're, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, come meet my family.
Right.
Yeah, we should meet each other's families. Let's do that.
180.
Yeah, 180.
On Halloween, they're like, I'm putting up a boundary. I don't want you to meet my family. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, it's time to meet my family.
Yeah.
And you're sending me mixed signals.
Mixed out the ass. Yeah.
Ass mixed.
And then I also heard someone saying too that it's a telltale sign if their family didn't know that they were going to meet you.
Ooh.
You show up and, oh, who's this? You didn't tell me you were bringing someone.
There it is.
Pretty good sign that maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure it'll get to I'm actually not going to say it because I'm sure it's on here.
Oh, let's see if it is. Okay.
Let's see.
So pushiness to attend events like Christmas parties.
Yep.
But not inviting you to more intimate gatherings like hanging with friends.
Ooh.
So, hey, I got a company Christmas party coming up. You got to come with me. I got a +1. You have to be there. But then when you and your friends get together, they're like, or when their friends get together for something, you're not invited.
Yeah. And like, let's even take it like for if there's a more, you went to the Christmas party and then like 3 days later, well, a white elephant would still be, but let's say like it's just a small gathering of friends.
Yeah.
And not only do they not invite you, but they're completely appalled that you would even think you could come to this. They're looking at you and they're going, what the fuck makes you think you're coming to this?
Why is she here or why is he here?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Terrifying.
I feel that. Okay. And then, of course, a decrease in attention after the holidays are over, ghosting, slow response time, no initiating dates.
Perfect.
And those are some of the telltale signs.
Yep.
On their own individually, probably not any call for concern. But if you're checking off all of those, you might be getting the snow globe treatment. Yeah,
man. You need to watch out for that. You know what? I'll flip it around too. Take a good look at yourself.
Ooh.
Ask yourself, am I snow globing?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, am I pushing someone to something that they don't want to do? Ask yourself, am I trying to impress my family by manipulating someone into being in a place they don't want to be yet.
Yes. Doing that at someone else's expense.
At their expense. One must look at themselves.
Absolutely.
One must look at themselves and ask themselves those questions.
So was the one you were thinking of, was it on there?
The one I was just thinking, simply enough, you haven't been together that long and they're already at, like, you met them November the 14th.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get you in Thanksgiving.
And I think that's always hard, right? Is
Yeah.
starting to date right at the beginning of the holidays, because it's like, do we try to do a family introduction? We're not really that serious yet. And because, do I get you a gift? Is it weird to get you a gift? Is it weird to not get you a gift?
Right.
Sounds miserable.
That would be a toughie. Now, that also brings up a question, like, would it be weird to just be like, I don't want you anywhere near my life because we just started dating? Like,
yeah, right.
I don't know you yet.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would probably just be normal boundaries. But still, it would be, I'd feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
Being like, so there, maybe the question is, don't start relationships around the holidays.
Maybe a cutoff.
If you don't already got you one by September,
yeah,
I think you're done.
I think you should cool it because, I would just be weary.
Be weary.
I would be very cautious during that 2.5 month period from like mid-October on, because, you know, a lot of people are lonely during that time, and they do just want that quick fix, someone to be warm and cuddle up next to and watch movies with hot chocolate while it snows outside. And so if you have that, if you happen to meet someone and you start dating during that time, I'm not saying it's 100% not the real deal.
Right.
But maybe try to limit yourself on going all the way in right away.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Don't put your eggs in the whole basket until you're still together and it's time to put eggs in a basket. I'm talking Easter, baby.
Easter Sunday.
If you're still together by Easter, then you might be all right.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's when the air starts to clear a little bit.
I think that's a good gauge. If Easter Sunday comes around and you're going to do family Easter stuff, okay, I say, hey, I don't think you got snow globed.
Yeah.
I think you're good. Now,
I like that.
If by chance you are hanging out with this person and they ejaculate into a fan and the semen disperses like that of the snow in a snow globe, then you may be snow globed.
Yes.
And that is an alternative definition.
What he just said there, if you go on Urban Dictionary, is literally one of the definitions of what snow globing somebody is.
And that's not even the worst one.
No, there's some fucked up. I looked it up so I could give you the facts.
Yeah.
Right. And I found way more than I bargained for.
Yep.
Which is why I said be careful when you look that shit up, because you will come across, sometimes literally, some things that you weren't looking for.
Yep.
And we are delivering the non-sexual term.
Yes, we are looking. We're giving relationship advice.
I got to read the craziest one that I saw.
Please do.
Because good God, it was not only sexual, but a little bit violent.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I know which one.
Yeah, potentially could get you arrested. Probably.
You'll probably get you some. You'll be on a list. You'll be getting some Me Too'd.
Yeah.
You'll be getting some problems.
So what I like about this one is how casual they are about it. Like it's something you just, like a game night. You get together with your friends and play a game.
Like a holiday escape room.
Yeah. So on Urban Dictionary, one of the definitions for snow globing is when you and some of your closest friends capture an unsuspecting victim and throw them in a cauldron full of boiling honey, and then you and said friends simultaneously into said cauldron while the victim is inside, and then you put the lid on and push it over. My favorite part is the sentence at the end, because they give you an example sentence in case that wasn't a vivid enough picture for you. Here's the example sentence. Remember when we were snow globing Billy last weekend? That was hilarious. It literally says that right here.
It sounds like attempted murder.
Yeah. A pot of boiling honey?
Yeah.
As if that's not bad enough.
Like tarring and feathering someone.
And if you happen to make it through that, you're going to have a bunch of people busting on you before they put the lid on and push the cauldron over.
With 3rd-degree burns, and like your life is changed forever at that point.
Like, think about the magic of Christmas. When you go to like a Christmas shop and you see the snow globes, the intricate detail, and you shake it and it's just like, warm and fuzzy. And someone said, you know what that kind of sounds like?
This sounds like what we did to Billy last week.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, Lord.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season, y'all.
So anyway, that's snow globing. There's a lot of different versions of that. Feel free, I guess, go to Urban Dictionary and look at all the different ones.
Yeah, have a look at that. Peruse through Urban Dictionary, but watch yourself.
Watch yourself and send us your favorite one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't really care to know if you've done any of that snow globing. But relationship wise,
Sure.
if you've been snow globed, sorry. If you're snow globing, stop that.
Shame on you.
If you don't know that you've been snow globing, now you've realized, you're welcome. Your eyes have been opened.
And then run to the hills.
Yeah, yep.
And run fast before it becomes My Bloody Christmas 3D or whatever.
Yeah.
Where that, because you've attached yourself from the narcissist too quickly, they are now after you.
By the way, there is a movie coming out called Christmas, Bloody Christmas or something like that.
Oh.
Interesting.
Could be fun.
Simultaneously with Violent Night. So looking forward to that.
I'm excited.
And yeah, we're excited. We're going to talk about that next week. So tune in next week when we talk about Violent Night.
Damn right.
And please keep coming back every single week during this month because it's going to be holiday festivities and all that good stuff.
Yes.
So once again, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, and we will see you next week.
See you next week, y'all.